Well, the fabled day has come. I knew it was gonna happen eventually, but we're in the mom van today. Grocery getter's broken down on the side of the road for a little bit. I'm getting it back. Parts are coming in later this week, but I gotta go to school. So we're in the grocery getter today. I don't like to use the front camera, especially while I'm driving. Typically because, you know, it's just a hassle to try and drive while recording. And the microphone doesn't sound as good as the other microphone that I use. But I feel like it deserves some explanation. That the reason why I'm driving the minivan, my mom's minivan, is because the Benz is down right now. If you follow me on any of my socials, you know my rear strut has a leak. And my front right control arm went like absolutely critical without coming completely off the car. So that's the deal with the Benz. That's why I'm driving this today. I've got new parts on the way. The strut gets here Thursday, control arm gets here next Tuesday. Ooh, look at that stang. It was a nice stang. And yeah, man. But we're driving the mom van right now, having our fun in this. It's all right. The bass and sound system's great, but besides that, it's nothing too crazy, if I'm being quite honest. If I were to own this car and pimp it out, first thing I'm doing is putting that on bags, because goodness, the ride is not that good. I want to get your opinions on this because I made a very crucial decision, but I've decided that I'm not going with any power mods on the Benz. I'm just going to make it a show car. Main reason because it's an older car, hasn't really been maintained too well, and it does need some tender love and care, but I don't think that includes boost, especially not with how the internals are now. But yeah, I want you guys to like and comment below. What would you guys have done if you had a 180,000 mile Benz with some issues, nothing too crazy, but some component issues? Where would you have taken it? Would you have gone the speed route, or would you have gone the show car, low and slow route? I want to hear y'all's opinion.
Good job, so talk it to.
Today is a great day, you guys, for a small amount of reasons. Main reason being, finally got the new control arm. So that thing is gonna be back on the road today because this actually delivered early. It was supposed to deliver over the weekend. It's currently Thursday. It is before the earliest date that the projected arrival was supposed to be, which is great. I'm not complaining. Amazon, you guys have done me great. Every time I go to order parts from you guys, if I use Prime. Actually, no, because I didn't even use Prime for this. So, good job, Amazon. You guys have been doing me well. Very well. What's that? A little bit of damage I see right there. What is that? Yeah, we're not gonna worry about it. So, this got here early, which is great. The greatest part is that my new air strut. If you've been following me on my socials, you'll see that that has not been doing too well lately. And yeah, the Benz is just going through the works. It's about to be 20 years old. It's supposed to be expected. But great day. As you can see, we're in the all black fit because, you know, mechanic day, time to get under the car and fix it. So if you've been following me on my socials, which I will put down in the description below, you would know that the strut has been leaking for some time now. It happened about a week and a half ago. I think I went over a bump on my way back into my neighborhood, and that was when I first heard the leak, and I was like, what is that? What is going on? At first I was like, okay, maybe it's nothing crazy. I'll just come check it out. And then as I was coming back, the compressor turned on. And I was like, oh, that's not good. So I decided to take a chance and run the compressor real quick to see if it would raise the car. And it did. And that was when I knew that it was bad. But you know, you can still drive on that. As long as it's above stock ride height and it holds some air, you can limp it back home. It wasn't until I was going to leave school the next day that I went over a bump and felt myself completely lose steering. And I was like, oh, that is definitely a control arm. And it's not the front control arm, because I had already replaced those. It was the lower main control arm, not the dog bone arm. And you can hear it anytime I go over a bump. There you go. That's it. That loud thump, that's the control arm. And we've had this car for a long time. I know it's not the strut, because I just replaced that strut. Oh, there it goes again. And this car isn't prone to making that noise every time you go over a bump, typically. So the very second I felt myself lose steering, that was when I knew, like, oh, that's bad. That's horrible. That control arm is done. And, well, currently the car is at like 180 grand miles. And it's never been changed, bushing or anything. So we're gonna take care of that today, because I need this car to be back on the road, and I need this car to be able to drive me places safely so I can make the money so I can do this VIP build. Stay tuned. Like I said earlier, the puncture in the strut is right above stock ride height. Like, right above stock ride height. So I can drive it, because it's at a safe level, but it does leak over time because it's a hole in the air strut. So as expected, it's not in absolute perfect condition right now, but I'm working on that. I'm getting things fixed, because I'm trying to get this car back in shape so I can eventually mod and do the VIP build, because things are going to change. Of course, I'm going to have to get a daily. It's a 20-year-old car, so it's not going to be in perfect condition for very long. It's just, you know, plans for the future. So, let's start working on that. Also, yes, the Benz is ridiculously high right now. It's because of that strut. The strut has not done the Benz much good lately, if you could imagine, with the leak being right above ride height. It's not the best situation for the Benz to be in, but it is a situation that the Benz is going to be in, considering it'll be 20 years old next year, and it made it most of this way on the stock bags. I changed this strut out here. I put an Arnett strut in there. And for this rear strut that I ordered the other day, I think I got Vigor. I heard they were good. They were really good on better prices, because originally I spent about $400. Yeah, that strut was on $400, and I know you pay for quality you get, but I was hearing people say on forums that it's not always the top quality for the top price. It's more for the name at that point. So, yeah, I went with Vigor on the rear strut. I'm going to put that in later, see how that goes. For today, we're taking care of this control arm, because I need to drive this car, like I said before. After taking our sweet time going and getting the parts we needed, we are back at the house with the jack stand in the back of the car, and we are going to finish up the work on the Benz. Hopefully have this thing done by tonight, because I really do need to use this car, and I don't feel like having to take the minivan twice in a row, so we're gonna get this finished. Also, what do you guys think of me taking the minivan more often, the mom van? It's not here right now, but I took it earlier after school and took a little B-roll of it. I'll probably put it up on the screen now.
With my Uncle Snoop and we pimpin'. Listen, green screen behind me, ice cream when it was 06. I was like 17 with niggas. Want a red bean. What I want for Christmas, 2 gold teeth from my dinner.
But yeah, don't you guys think it'd be funny if I just drove some cars that typically I wouldn't drive more often, besides the Benz? Some more, you know, sportier cars perhaps, but you know, what am I saying? I'm just speaking nonsense at this point. Let's get this thing on. What the hell? I don't know how to feel, cause that's not what I ordered. And for reference, if you guys need to know what it looks like, that is what I ordered. And this is what I got. Yeah. Probably should have opened the package before I did the work. Take a look at this.
What is that supposed to be?
Definitely not a front lower control arm for a Mercedes. So, I'm actually really glad I recorded this whole process, because this happens to me more often than I'd like to admit. I'll be working on the car, everything will be going right at first, and then boom, one thing goes wrong. Happens way more often than I'd like to admit. So I just finished cleaning up out here. Still got a few things I gotta take care of. But yeah, I got everything for the control arm. And I guess it's my fault, because I should have checked when I got the box. Opened up the box, and it was this. This is the front lower control arm, but this is the dog leg or dog bone arm, which usually goes in the front. Now mind you, that doesn't even match or correlate with the one in my car right here. I'll get a light for you guys in a second. But you see what I mean? Like, come on. So I got this piece out, and it turns out it wasn't even the bushing that had gone critical like I thought originally. It was the ball joint for the strut and the ball joint for the sway bar. So yeah, I just ordered a new one. It's supposed to get here Monday. Hopefully that's the right one. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the car back on for a second here, so I can roll up the windows and everything like that. But man, although it's happened to me so many times, you'd think I'd prepare for the worst by now. I have yet to learn my lesson, as you can see. Get my so yeah, I'm shut down the Benz, get everything taken care of, and hopefully come Monday, when I get the chance to try again, everything will be good to go. Hopefully. Cool. I'm just so glad I was able to get it on camera this time, because this type of stuff happens to me so embarrassingly much. It's kind of funny. But, yeah. I learned my lesson. Next time I'm going to check before I actually rip the car apart. And then, just gotta try again Monday. Strut gets here tomorrow or Saturday. With sometime within the next 2 days. And hopefully that comes through right. Because I had so much planned for this next week, man. Hoping this pulls through. So, unfinished job right now. I think I'll be wrapping up here for the night. Because the new parts won't get here till this weekend. And the new control arm won't get here till Monday. So, I'll see you guys Monday.